Yesterday I got up with the good intention of cashing in some bills, notes if you prefer, and some coin to pay down my credit card. However, being the Saturday of the Easter weekend, the bank was closed. I had put handfuls of loonies, toonies, and a $10 roll of quarters into a mesh bag and was going to have the teller count them out and make a deposit against my credit card. But it was not to be because the bank wasn't open. Only the ATM, for people who don't know about Canadian currency, our $1 and $2 are coins, not bills. I thought, oh well, I'll just try my other bank, and I drove over there. It, too, I found out, was closed. As I stood there looking at the darkened floor space and unmanned wickets, a man walked in and looked as well and said, "Shit. They're closed." I said, without thinking, "What do you need?" I was somehow hoping he would need piles of change and that would solve both our problems. He gave me a blank look, because of course you don't ask a complete stranger why they're going to the bank. That's just rude. But then I insisted, "What do you need?" He looked at me and said, "I've got a poker game tonight. I need loonies, toonies, and quarters." My face lit up, I smiled a broad smile, and then for lack of a better place, dropped my purse onto the ground and produced the mesh bag full of loonies, toonies, and a $10 roll of quarters. Stop now, and imagine, for a moment, that everyone's life should work this effortlessly. Wouldn't it be grand? Well, I believe it can be because it's happening to me. Imagine that you always get what you want despite the minimal success you've had in the past. Let's face it, in the days when I had to hawk my sweet 16 ring just to be able to eat, couldn't pay the rent and was being harassed by my sister to leave my niece's home and find my own place to live, I don't suppose I could ever have thought my life would ever become this easy. But it has. I just pulled this one off as proof. For lack of a better place to do so, I dumped the $60 or so worth of change onto the floor and started to count. First loonies, then toonies. I handed him $50 worth and took the bill he was offering. He said he'd swap me 5 toonies for the roll of quarters and we exchanged them. I went to the machine and deposited my bills, took my receipt and went home and paid my charge card down. I've been buying a lot of stuff for the house. Don't know if you've heard, but I'm the lady of the house, which is kind of funny really, and I have to entertain dignitaries from around the galaxy. Like I said, I've got some Eliza Doolittle lessons coming and Ivo has to school me in the do's and don'ts of galactic diplomacy. Which also is funny because my role as a fifth dimensional is one of a vegan diplomat. This man had better have won his poker game last night, with that kind of luck. Because that's what people call it, they call it luck. There is no such thing as luck. All good fortune you create for yourself. You also create your misfortune. As for paying down my credit card, I suppose I was supposed to do that because the universe was right behind me on it. People talk about affirmations, and I have only one I use constantly: I get what I want. Because it's true. Whether you want something favorable or whether your head is in the dumps around some issue, you'll manifest it. I get what I want. When I keep repeating this to myself, it affirms the universal law of attraction. We are electromagnetic beings that send out electrical thoughts in order to magnetize energies towards us. These energies are the tangibles or intangibles that make up our lives. Ivo, and this indeed is the lesson, my love. The reason you are manifested in a physical reality is so that you can develop spiritually, not so you can develop physically. The physical should be easy enough when you are in a physical reality, because as you know, everything is provided for you for free. Had there been no financial system levied upon you, then you would know this. Everything is free. You simply grow your garden at home and procure homes for free for that matter. But look at the housing market. It's insanely priced right now. There are houses not everyone can even think of buying. Ivo, in many ways, you are your own worst enemies. You collectively develop systems that make it impossible to even survive. You are part of this development, you are not entirely victims of the DS. There is culpability on your part as well. And you will find this as you work towards developing a world that is firstly sustainable for all humans, never mind a sustainable ecosystem. The reason you are physically embodied is so that you can enjoy your physical reality. If it is not enjoyable, then you are manifesting poor circumstances via your thoughts and emotions. It is completely possible, as you witness now in Sharon's case, to circumvent the misery and suffering of life on Earth through positive manifestation. Well, it was busy at the grocery store yesterday and I didn't get my usual drive-through spot. I had to actually back out into the lane behind me to leave. But I didn't care because I'd manifested this exchange of coins, so I was happy enough. Ivo, the reason people incarnate is so that they can work on their skills of manifestation, for starters. They know from a young age that that is why they are physically embodied. There are many ways to use this manifestation skill. Yesterday, you simply did the logical thing to do, you followed your intellect. Before you have used sensory skills, your intuition, to manifest what you desired, such as the time that you manifested the computer you wanted for $500 fully loaded and ready to use. Me, I sensed that my computer was in that building there, a warehouse-type building I passed on the way to work. One day I got off the streetcar and walked into an open door and started wandering the halls. I was met by two men who asked me what I was doing there, so I asked them what type of business they were operating. They said they did computer rentals for corporate businesses. I knew I was getting hot. One man left the conversation and I was left talking to another who told me his girlfriend had moved in and wanted to sell her fully loaded PC for $500. How about that? I bought it and he even delivered and set it up for me in my apartment. Ivo, you are always utilizing higher powers when you manifest. Me, how about going to Walmart to buy cat food? Ivo, still you are, but of course since this is so practiced and so familiar to you, you do not need to put much energy into the process. Me, I didn't put much energy into manifesting that poker game man either. He just showed up at the same time I did. Ivo, yes. You're getting good at it. Yes, I can say, looking back, that I did it without thinking. Me, how did I get good at it? What process did I have to go through to do so? Ivo, what one manifests is a question of the vibration of their energies. If one's vibration is low, then they will manifest things of similar frequency. If one's vibration is higher, then they will get what they want, as you say. Keep your vibration on a high level. Me, Ivo, I keep getting dragged down to transmute negative energies. And then I keep reacting the same way I do whenever I'm around negativity, I run from it. Right now I need alone time rather than being able to tolerate people who are negative. I know people with constant problems and I've tried to help them out, but ultimately it's up to them. Sometimes I need my space. I just don't want to put up with it anymore. Ivo, yes. Me, I can't watch YouTube videos anymore. I'd rather sit down and light a candle and see if I can't see something about Tanya I need to know. Ivo, so your pastimes are changing to higher frequency endeavors. You went out for a drive the other night which was enjoyable. Me, yes, there was a sunset. Ivo, and you need, now that you can walk a bit further, to begin to spend more time in nature. Me, I know. It's 40 degrees F and overcast right now, but I'll think about it. Ivo, also keep asking yourself what you would like to manifest. All of you must do this. Archangel Michael has you manifesting peace on earth, a worthy manifestation indeed. But what would you like to manifest personally? Me, you. Ivo, it will come, my love. It is about aligning the timelines, mine and yours. But it will come. Me, I don't really feel I need much right now. Just stuff for the house. Pinwheel crystal. I don't really want for anything. Ivo, which is what service does. You want to do service and your needs are diminished. You are not so entranced by physical objects as you were in the past. Your life has become a process of developing the mind, not indulging in materialistic things. And it should be. Anyone who does service finds they have little in the ways of needs, but they are able to see the needs of so many around them. Me, and here we have to draw the line between understanding others' needs and wanting to control them. I find my telepathy tends to lock in on other people's needs now here on Earth, and I have to stop myself from wanting to control them. I'm riding a fine codependent line. Ivo, your awareness of this has to do with your personal growth. Me, you can lead a horse to water but you can't make it drink. Ivo, you are walking the path of the Christ. Me, so what can people take away from this video, again, by using me as an example? I've been criticized for talking about myself too much. So I responded by saying, okay, let's talk about you then. Yeah, crickets. I use myself as an example for you to see how you can change your life, for you to understand the spiritual path by my example. Ivo, they can understand that everything they experience is manifested by them, not manifested for them. You need to put the horse before the cart and understand that you create all you experience. Another thing they can take away is obviously that the shadow work must be done and the mind must be mastered. Another thing that they can take away is you are always intuiting whether you think you are or not. Many of you spend time trying to manifest through purchase. Try to manifest through other means, such as when the stakes are higher or the impossibility of the manifestation is against you, such as Sharon's case of yesterday. Another thing they can understand is that a life of service changes your entire outlook. You switch from being me-oriented to being other-oriented and begin to work for the greater good. Another is respect your limits. If others are overwhelming you, step back and set appropriate limits. Another is life can be effortless. If you are manifesting an effortless life, then it is because you are capable of doing so. Another is your attempt to see what you can manifest without using your system. Step outside the spoilings of your system and call to yourself things that it would not necessarily provide for you, or learn to accept doing it in an unconventional way, such as this example. Another is to review universal law and begin to see them working in your life. Law of attraction, law of vibration, law of cause and effect, there are many more. As you manifest this effortlessness, then you are manifesting energies of the higher realms into the fourth-dimensional earth realm. This benefits everyone, you, your poker-playing acquaintance, and all other people of Earth. Continue to try to beat the odds, if you like, to manifest things otherwise thought to be impossible, and you will see they are possible. All is possible. You live in a free will zone, so anything can be created upon Earth with no restrictions. Me, I've got one contact I'm hoping isn't living in Shanghai, and I've been calling out to her telepathically to contact me. She doesn't have to make a deposit, I don't care about the money, I just want her to be safe. Yeah, I just thought of the woman who created a tulpa, which is an evil being she manifested into physical reality. Nice. I think I'll skip that one. Maybe I'll ask for a basket of tulips, but they can't be cut. They have to be potted and allowed to live and die a natural death. Ivo, what color? Me, what color would you give me? Ivo, I would give you dark pink tulips. Me, it's dark pink tulips then, Ivo. And I will say they're from you. Ivo, lovely, my love. They are forthcoming. What else would you like? Me, more pinwheel crystal. Ivo, you know where to find that. Something more difficult. You see, people, she is not setting her sights high enough. Me, I'd like to see one of the ships we're shooting at explode in detail, like a yellow ball of fire. Ivo, very well. Me, and I'd like to get it on a video or in a snapshot so I can post it to our followers. Ivo, good. Me, I want to see a reptilian. I want to see someone say at the grocery store or whatever, who is a shapeshifter. I want to see a reptilian standing behind a person. I want to see them. Ivo, what would you do? Me, I'd gloat. I'd be so happy. Ivo, very well. You may have to drop in frequency to see them. Me, okay, for a while. I can sense them. Other than that, I don't really want anything. Ivo, very well. Me, okay, we're on 4 pages, so that's it for now. I want all the people listening to this to understand your life can be this effortless. No more struggles, no more problems, enough money. I have health problems, but they were created earlier in my life and I believe I have the solution to them now. So I've even manifested that. Just getting rid of this annoying ulcer. Ivo, thank you for your time. Ivo, and likewise to you, my love.